I was so close to scaling my agency to 100K per month. And if you stick with me to the end of this video, I'm gonna literally pull back the curtains on what I did to scale my agency to 86K per month and why my agency started to crumble. Now, I want to literally provide you with everything you need so you don't make the same mistakes I did. I invested in programs, coaching. I even joined an 18K mastermind, and they didn't teach me this crucial, vital thing. Now, the main thing you have to understand is when it comes to building an agency and growing it, you need to ensure that you have solid foundations in place. Now, I was lacking in a few areas. I had a great system to get clients on board. I was running paid ads. I had a setter. I had a sales rep who was closing deals. We were closing between 4 and 6 clients per week on a 3,400 program. We even had paid in fools that were paying us 10 and 15K. But where I was coming up short was I was spending 10 to 12K on ads every single month, but I wasn't tracking my numbers and I didn't know my numbers. And this was one of the biggest things that started to cause the downfall of me not being able to hit 100K. And in the 18K mastermind that I joined, they didn't teach me this. In the 6 and 8K coaching programs I joined, they didn't teach me this. And a lot of the gurus are lying to you. They're telling you to scale, 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 but they're not giving you the actual roadmaps you need to scale and sustain. Don't get me wrong, you could probably scale your agency to 100K, but can you sustain that growth? That is the big difference. The successful businesses out there actually stick around for a long period of time because they have great foundations and they have great systems in place. It's the basics and fundamentals that you have to continue to implement and live by that's going to help you keep sustaining growth. And what I was doing, I was getting caught out with shiny object syndrome. I went and built a call center. I went and built this. I built so many other things that were deviating me from my actual goal, which was hitting 100K. And I got to 86K. And then I made a bad hire. I hired an account manager who almost cost us our business. Our business started to crumble. Clients started to charge back. They weren't happy. And he literally almost cost us the business. Now, what I'm going to break down is a few things that you can avoid if you want to grow. Because main thing, priority number 1, you need to know your numbers. You need to have a clear system or a clear way of tracking your numbers and your efforts. How much leads are you generating or booked appointments? What sources are working? Where are you spending most of your ad budget? And is it actually bringing you in a return? You need to know how much your cost per acquisition is. How much is costing you to acquire a client? You need to then also know how to track and measure your profits. What are your expenses? Do you have a team? That means payroll. You need to understand your P&L and some important financial things on the P&L chart so that you can ensure you don't go under. Now, the thing where I was going wrong is I didn't understand my numbers, so I was just throwing more money into the ads. I was getting closes, but there's areas where I was literally leaking money in the business. The business was leaking money because I wasn't able to understand my retention, how long clients were staying with me for. If it's costing me, let's say 500 to acquire a client, how much am I making in return? And if that client sticks with me past 3 months or 6 months, how much is the lifetime value of each person on average? I didn't know none of these numbers, so I couldn't confidently say I was scaling from a confident place of yes, I am profitable. I was just doing what the gurus are telling me. They were telling me, run paid ads, whatever you would spend in a month, spend in a week, and just scale, scale, scale. I wasn't told how to track my numbers, what to look for, and how to make data-driven decisions in my business. So I was going off assumption and, oh, I feel we should do this. I wasn't able to measure these things to know if that decision I made was actually helping the business move in the right direction or causing the business to actually go back on itself. And these were some of the fine margins that was costing me to not be able to scale to 100K. I hit 86K, it started to go down to 70, 60, 50, then we started to balance it back out, but I was never able to push past because of these things, and I was getting burnt out, frustrated, and I literally didn't know what was working and how to maintain it. So if you are looking to try and grow your business, you need to know these key things, these key factors, because without them, Yes, you will be able to scale past 10K, 20K, and so forth. And the grand scheme, if you want to take this thing above 100K, it's going to be very hard if you don't know your numbers. So I hope you found this helpful, and I hope it's provided a lot more insight. If you are planning to scale your agency, if you're just starting out, or if you have been in the agency space for a while but just can't understand why you keep hitting a glass ceiling, why you can't push past certain revenue points. I'm going to be providing a lot more value on this channel, so what I want you to do is subscribe to me here on my channel. I've got a lot more videos going through different elements of growing and scaling your agency, because I really want to pull back the curtains and be vulnerable here and explain that it's not all the glitz and glamour that's painted out there, and how these gurus are trying to deceive you in believing that it's just super simple to do, and that by just following some of the ineffective strategies they're telling you, that it's going to help you actually grow your business, when in fact it's actually hurting your business. Drop a comment below if you're having any issues and you would like me to provide more content on certain topics in the agency space. Please drop your feedback in the comments below as well, and how you found this video, if you found it valuable, and I look forward to seeing you in another video.